It is 5 o'clock, November the 29th, and I'm going to call this Robbinsville Tourism Authority meeting to order. Give everybody a chance to look at the agenda. And is there anything that you would like to have added to it? It looks like we're going to be taking John off of it, so.
I make a motion to approve it as you've written it. Unless somebody wants to add something.
Unanimous?
Yes.
Okay. Approval of the minutes for the October the 25th business minutes, and then also the special meeting for November the 19th.
Make a motion to approve as written.
I'll second.
Both of them? Okay. I'm going to kind of just pass them around. Let you sign off on this one. And I think we were, yeah, just us three was here for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sign, make a note absent.
Okay. And since we have no public here for a comment, and John Colwell hasn't made it, we're going to go ahead.
I need to sign even absent.
That's what I typically. That's what
Yeah.
we've done on them. Just.
We will have the virtual storefront by Tobin. I actually had seen him at the Aruba meeting the other day and thought maybe he might want to just bring this to y'all's attention and see if y'all were interested in the RTA doing it and maybe helping us get out there a little bit more other than Facebook and the newspaper. So, Tobin?
Can I jump over there for a
Sure.
second? It's going to be easier to show you stuff. I don't have too much digital stuff to look at, so don't worry about that. Mostly just filling you in on what we do. So we're a technology startup in Cherokee County. My name is Tobin. I run the pilot program. My background is in media and technology. I've published in many magazines, and I'm the primary kind of designer behind this technology. We've been running a pilot in Cherokee County since 2021. And what we do is we, for 2 out of 3 rural businesses that don't have a website solution, we provide them a website solution called a virtual storefront, which is a unique product to our company. It's not a website. It is simpler than a website. I don't have pamphlets handy. I'll get you all pamphlets. So it's not a website, but it functions as a website. There's no technical aspect to it. You can set it up. We set it up for you, and the idea is that we take busy shop owners who are non-technical, provide them with a solution for $199 per year, and it goes into a big online presence at virtualstorefronts.com. Everyone is hosted there. This is what I'm using. I need to bring this closer. So this is what I call a local directory. So we've pinned our location to this, to where we are, and it tells us all of the closest businesses to us from here. And also, if you type in a search term, it'll tell you all of the closest businesses that have that specific product. We don't really market this as a search engine. We kind of just market it as a directory. But the real benefits for this group, I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to show you, what should we see, RevDep or Robbinsville UMC? We'll do Robbinsville UMC. So they both have purchased storefronts from virtual storefronts. RevDep got theirs for free, actually, because, okay, so Robbinsville United Methodist Church, this is their virtual storefront. It is their website solution. It's essentially an online listing inside of this website, but the unique value proposition that we have is that we have people called merchant ambassadors who work for us as contractors. They go to this business. So Ray went to talk to Eric Reese and his wife Beverly. So Eric and he actually spoke with Beverly and then did a session with her for like maybe an hour and learned all about the business and developed this set of, it's not a business, it's an organization, this set of keywords, okay? And these keywords are unique to that business. So it's taking the disadvantage of each unique business and making it an advantage so you can see all these things. But the real advantage is that these are all keywords. These keywords are all grouped together on virtualstorefronts.com, and I have a trifold brochure that's really handy, and I don't know why I don't have it right now. Okay, so they all work together to become a large web presence at virtualstorefronts.com of smallest businesses. So it's giving the smallest businesses kind of a franchise level marketing solution. My background's in marketing, media, technology. I worked in Manhattan for 7 years. I worked in Minneapolis for 7 years, and last I worked outside of Atlanta. And so the goal here is to bring enterprise level marketing power to the local businesses. We do that by taking all these unique keywords and putting them all together so that they become an irresistible website for Google. So what's happening is Google, when people are searching on Google, Google is associating all of these keywords with the name Robbinsville United Methodist Church, so that we're teaching Google all about these keywords. Teaching Google all about this business with these keywords that's unique. So if you search for woodworking crafts in Andrews, North Carolina, for example, it will return the results for a local bakery that has a lot of woodworking crafts because we educated Google about that. We told Google only learns, Google knows that you can get a cake at a bakery, right? Google can figure that out. But Google can't assume that woodworking crafts are available at the local bakery, right? So we tell Google that with our keywords. So now they're a result for the keyword. They become a result for that search. So what we would do here with the tourism authority is have our ambassador, it would probably be Ray, do an inventory of what it is you do with the tourism authority. You're an economic developer, essentially, right? You're similar to the heads and beds. Is that what? I'm sorry, I don't have the full background on your.
Graham County Travel and Tourism?
We are another nonprofit.
Like
tourism.
Right, you're kind of an independent board that's slated with driving traffic and marketing to the local. Yeah. Okay, so what we do is we take your tourism authority, we then inventory all of the things that you're participating in, which is there's a new event that you have that you want to publicize specifically, which was?
Well, we've got several coming up for 2023.
Okay.
And so I thought, if that was a way to help us get those out, then.
Right, exactly. So what we want to do is talk about so can you give me an example of one of the events? Is this? Really?
One of the events is going to be March the 29th, which would probably be our first one for the Veterans Memorial Hill street naming.
Okay.
And also we wanted to do it, that's the Vietnam Veterans Day, so we wanted to honor our veterans.
So wasn't there an event that was like a unique type of event where it was, what was the event that you told me about on the phone?
The cigar box guitar,
yes.
That's an event that we're talking about, we had it presented to us, we just haven't decided what to do with it yet.
Sure, okay.
So if we did do something like that, that would be one of those that would definitely branch out to different.
Right. So let's talk about that for instance, because that's a great use case for what we're doing. You have a cigar box
guitar.
Cigar box guitar festival.
Well, yeah.
Okay, let's just say that. I'm not suggesting that you do any of this. I'm just doing it for instance. Let's say that you want to do that. You put guitar box festival. into the keywords, or music festival into your keywords. Then people search music festival, Robbinsville, Graham County Music Festival, Robbinsville Music Festival, or Robbinsville Folk Festival, or something like that. We put those. We create what I call a word picture around that event. Put those into the keywords, so that Google is now associating. Google sends out these robots, and all they do is inventory what's on the web. So the tourism authority becomes inventoried by Google, and so that people, when they're looking for things to do in Western North Carolina Folk Festival or things like that, we have now informed Google in our unique way, using the power of all of these businesses together in this big website that's over 5,000 keywords now. And so you join together with that, and Google indexes those words, so that then people, when they're searching for these things, turn up not just your virtual storefront itself in organic results, but you would have a local place result as well. Google generates a local business listing for almost everyone. In fact, what recently happened with one of our, I'll just do this last for instance, and then open for questions. What just happened with a handyman in Andrews is we created a virtual storefront for Harrison Handyman. We did a search for handyman services in Andrews, North Carolina. He had no web presence whatsoever, and he's now the number one local places result as a result of Google collecting that information from us. So that's kind of what we do. We're almost a workaround for Google AdWords is one way to look at it. So the benefit of this is that it's very reasonable. It's $199 for a storefront for an entire year. So you pay the authority with that. Whoever would want to be slated with this task, they would simply give us the background information that we need, your current online presence, or any kind of other, who to contact, who's in charge of the project. You can check out online for using Stripe, just a credit card checkout, and then within a week, usually, we don't guarantee it depending on how much work we have coming in. Within a week, you're actually within a few days, you have something back to you for approval. Usually, you look at it, you say, hey, you get a preview, and then you say, hey, I want to make these changes, or I don't want to make these changes, or it looks great, let's publish, and then we just publish it, and then it's sitting there, out there, doing work for you passively. You don't have to maintain it, you don't have to do anything for it. We developed this product specifically with merchants in mind, because we did our business plan in 2020 in Cherokee County, interviewed all the business owners, and all they said was, we want technology to not be a problem. Like Facebook gives us a problem. Google gives us a problem. There's a lot of time consumption. There's an opportunity cost for all this stuff. So we decided that we wanted to give merchants something that was very simple to use, and that they could just and would work passively for them. And that's what virtual storefronts is. And so if the tourism authority would like to have a storefront, we would be happy to build one for you. It's a very cost-effective way to market.
I just thought that it would be a good idea for him to come and present it to us, and with us fixing to go into a new year, it might be an opportunity for us to help build, knowledge of us, and what events and stuff we have going on.
Absolutely.
So with our organization, I mean, we're not a merchant, a traditional merchant sell, where it's a static.
Yes.
We're trying to, so really, I guess the benefit to us would be, it would be a kind of a Google algorithm benchmark to drive. So we have a Facebook where we update events. We would need to kind of have our own presence, but use this as kind of the marker where if people want to know what's going on in Robbinsville, they search something, they find us there, they see us, and then they use it to see, okay, here's our list of events for 2023.
Exactly.
So we would kind of have to keep our presence up somewhere, doing an event list or something like that. But this could be kind of the...
Can I address that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so what you're talking about is, this is a very specific need. We talked to the merchants at the end of 2021 in our pilot. We just thought we were building a directory or a search engine, right? That's what we thought we were doing. They said, no, we're using this as a website. And I was like, what? But we always gave the merchants the ability to log in the back end.
Okay.
So you actually will get login credentials. You can update your keywords. You have an entire photo section. If we continue down here, this is like an entire photo section that you can edit with captions. If you tap it, it taps to enlarge. The idea essentially is it's an online website presence that you control. It's entirely under your control. There's no intermediary. There's no webmaster. We have triggered people that work in the technology industry who are the gatekeepers. We just hand this off to you and say, that this is yours to do what you wish with. So yes, it's as easy to edit as a Facebook profile. And when you say, okay, let's publish, we publish it. The crawling begins. It takes sometimes months. This handyman example took a few weeks, but there's probably because there's not a lot of data that Google has about handymen in our area that we filled that quickly. But it slowly crawled, and then this becomes kind of a point of reference or a hub, right, for the business, for that business, so that you can have calendar events. You can tell people the precise information. The problem with Facebook is it's in itself is not a purpose-driven place. You can't go there with a, you know what I mean? When you go there to get something done, it's like you've forgotten what you were supposed to do like in 30 seconds. There is a feature here where you can, like right here is their official website. So you have control over the link if you want to point, and if you want to do ticket sales, you could point people to ticket sales and have a link. So if I tap this, it just opens up into the Robbinsville UMC website. We support this website as well. So there's anyone who has a web presence gets much better results when they just purchase this for $199.
Well, it's not any money, and if we thought it was interesting, we'll just do it.
Well, that's,
It's pretty, it's not any money.
Yeah, and then the hope would be another. It's not because it looks like Cherokee County has a big presence.
So
then,
yes.
the more businesses in Robbinsville
that's what I
are
thought
the
too.
more driven, or I guess, page traffic
Yes.
it's going to generate.
Plus, it also gives Cherokee County, that opportunity to see what we have in that virtual
Yes, exactly.
storefront.
Yeah, because that's interesting for Tri-County, for adjoining county, but, somebody who's standing in Cherokee County may go on the website and say, I'm only X number of miles from something.
Yeah.
Can you
I
post
Google
videos?
way more than I Facebook.
Yeah. If you want,
If I want to know something,
if you want to
Google.
get business done, you go to Google.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
So-
too.
I ask Google
I'm
everything.
good with
Yeah, I make a
it.
motion to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I'll second.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Toby, can you post videos on it, or is it just
No,
pictures?
it's all still. We'll eventually grow up to that posting, but we'll actually get to the point. We're pretty new. We'll get to the point where we can post videos. But what we're building right now is actually an accessibility product, an inclusivity product. Like if we start posting videos, if we start having huge files, then we bar a lot of our shoppers and people that can access this from usage. Our goal is not to supplant reality. Our goal is to capture an online market and direct them to an offline experience, much like Airbnb does. You document, we do the documentation of the offline business, put it online. Right now, Cherokee County's got 5,000 keywords just floating above it, that describe every business in Cherokee County that's on here. And then we capture those people online, send them to the storefront. The storefront gives them this kind of picture of what to expect. It's a planning dream because all the keywords tell you everything you need to know. And then the goal, though, is to then get the shopper to the actual store. We are a worse version of the real life experience. But the idea is essentially to give enough of an impression to incentivize people, enough depth to incentivize people to get out there and actually make the purchase.
When ours is set up, can we go on there and see how many hits we've had, or?
We don't have a back end. We don't have back end traffic stats. We do have traffic stats, but we're focusing specifically on our SEO optimization at this point instead of marketing to the public. Marketing directly to the public is the network itself, when it becomes scaled, will market itself to the public. There's actually another stage I don't want to get into. We're actually creating I could just go on and on about this, which we don't. But basically, essentially, you're paying what the value proposition is. You're paying $199 to get far more value than that in advertising on Google.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, then
Okay.
just get back in touch with us then.
Are you going to be the lead on that?
If
Do you want to be the lead on that?
I would
No.
like for Brady to.
I don't
Brady,
mind.
you want to do
Okay,
it?
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Thank
You
you.
have a card, Brady?
Yeah.
No, I can get you on that.
Can you text me?
Sure.
Text me your. Can you text me your email address?
Sure. No.
And then you just kind of fix us up an
Get you all
invoice
my
and they'll
card.
get you a check.
That's right there. Oh yeah, check is fine.
I'm far more interested in on these lace. Lace Grace a year. or
Thank
something.
you. While Brady's doing that, if that's okay, I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
go into
Would you like
that.
the card?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
The lady's name is Lane Noonenfelt, and she is from
All set.
Texas.
You're just Brady.
Great. Yeah. Token possession.
All right.
And
Thanks, y'all.
it's kind of odd that, all of this has kind of took place because she had been told to reach out to Robbinsville Tourism for help with something. And she said, I like to never found you. I said, well, here we are. And so we emailed each other, and then she called me. Lace, say that again, Dirk.
Lace Grace and Gears.
Lace, Grace, and Gears. This is a group of motorcycle women of 300 to 400. And she called me, wanting Robbinsville Tourism Authority to work with her with something. And normally they go to a place in Arizona. They decided this year they wanted to kind of go into a low-kill place. They'd been checking out the Tail of the Dragon. And she said, we want to come to your area. And she said, we don't ask for much other than just, rooms and eats, and we want to be paraded through the town. She said, that's all we want. And I said, well, I think we can accommodate you on that.
Mhm.
And I told her that I would put it before the board if you guys were good with it. I did reach out to Robin Turner with Fontana Village, and I know that she has spoke to him, and they are already making the arrangements for this. It's either the last weekend in September or the second to the last weekend. There is going to be about 300 to 400 of these bikes come through, and it is all women. And they actually have a nonprofit organization that they help homeless women veterans. And they also help with women that are in need of different things going on.
That's
in their life.
amazing.
And I was tickled to death that she actually reached out to us, that she had heard that we would be the ones that would work with her on this. And Robin was tickled to know that we were working with him to accommodate them as a whole. Because I told her we don't have 300 rooms available, in one area. So Robin's good with that, and she wants to work with us as far as the parade and basically.
Looking for anything from us? Other than a
She
parade?
she does want to be, paraded through the town, police escort. So I know that's going to be that's already a doable thing. She's really not looking for anything, but I'll tell you what I would like to do, Dirk. Motorcycle riders either like a pin to pin on their
Oh, yeah.
jacket,
Yeah.
or they like a badge.
Yep.
And I want us to be able to create a badge
Okay.
for this event for them to either take, and that would be a good time for us to also kind of be thinking about our logo that we want, and maybe tie it in with the Fontana thing.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. It's not a whole lot that she wants from us, but that was just something that I did think that would be a good way to kind of, because she wants, if it is a good thing and all of the ladies are happy with the slower way of life, as she put it, they want to make it a yearly event
Yeah.
to come here.
So how much of a budget do you think you need for a badge? Maybe give us that next time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can
as
give
we
you that next
Got a little
time.
time between.
Yeah.
I can look into that because I'm sure, you know, we have to have our own design and then they can make the badge.
Mhm.
Typically for pins, they're about $3.50 a pin, so I'm thinking that badges are going to be a little bit more than that.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I'll have it. And if you guys are good with that, I'm going to email her back or actually call
Sure.
her and let her know.
Oh, that'd
Good.
be
I
great.
think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And they will tell more people
Yeah.
about their experience in Robbinsville.
Okay. So I will get back in touch with Miss Lane.
300.
Yeah, 300. I like to fill over. Lace, grace, and gears.
And that would be one. That'd be a fun one to get. Local news here.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That,
absolutely.
that's something people would be interested in knowing more about.
Yeah. Yep. And, yeah.
And their calls,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
lady veterans.
Yeah, homeless lady veterans.
Yes.
That was sad. But,
That's a heck of a cause, though.
Now, our old business, Trunk or Treat. We all enjoyed that night very much. And I hope you enjoyed the pictures, because we took a lot of pictures, and I absolutely enjoyed all the kids, enjoyed all the booths, and I enjoyed seeing you guys getting out there and fixing your places up and just handing out the candy, and all the kids and their parents had a good time. We had anywhere from 900 to 1,000 kids, so you put at least one parent with that. To me, we had at least 2,000
Oh yeah.
or more
Oh, at least
strolling through the
2,000 or
streets
more
that
people.
evening.
Yeah.
It was fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And I'm like Dirk. I want it to extend on out. I want it to be bigger and even promoted maybe in the other counties.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think that's the next step.
So
Because I think we're talking about kind of the strategic planning. If we can go ahead, next meeting or two, set our date for next year,
Yeah.
get that set in stone, and then you can kind of target advertise a little earlier. And,
We set our date and get it out of there, then we're on the calendar before everybody else
Yeah.
chooses their
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
and I think maybe more churches and more businesses will kick in and,
Oh yeah.
and help out
Man,
with
it
that.
went great.
Mhm.
No issues, basically.
No, it was good. Perfect.
Perfect weather.
It was.
Was.
On November the 16th was the wreath laying ceremony for Junaluska, and I was very glad to be there, and I was so, I appreciate you guys being willing to help out with that. The day was cold, and it kept several people from coming out, but everybody that was there absolutely enjoyed it. There's a lot of history, and it was just good. I appreciate us being able to be a part of it. Looking forward to next year's, and actually working on something else with that too. Community Christmas tree. It's old business, but it's fixing to come up on us. And December the 3rd, it's only going to be for 2 hours. Got several things already bought, kids' little ornaments to make and things for the Grinch to hand out. Daniel Stewart will be the one to get this started, and it should be a good evening. It will all be held out here to the left on East Main or South Main Street, and just a small area.
Will it be right there in the grassy area where the
That's where the tree will be. It will be.
festivities will be in the road area?
Yeah, it'll be stretched out actually from that church,
Uh-huh.
the Lutheran church on the corner, over to the Farm Bureau porch where the kids are going to be able to do their crafts.
My
and
yard.
write Santa Claus letters. Yep, your yard. And then up to Hosanna Church. So we will have just hopefully a little peaceful, quiet time for that.
Things
Now,
we need to do before then, you'll let us know.
if
we
you
need to
guys
be
are
early or
willing to
whatever.
come out and help out, yeah, I don't care a bit to kind of pigeons to doing something. I'm hoping you'll bring your little ones out. Now, cigar box guitar. We had that special meeting for that, and I think Dirk was interested in it. Mark was interested in
Absolutely.
it, and this is the guitar that he left with us. I've had a couple of people playing it. They've done pretty good with it. One of them wants to take it and start while he is going and singing and playing. He wants to even go ahead and automatically bring it out if we are wanting to do this event. Rusty Taylor was his name. He gave out lots of names of different people that would be coming to the area, helping build the guitars, helping the kids learn how to play it. And it's a huge following. I think they said the last time he had one, there was over 6,000 people at his event. It could be an event, guys, that Robbinsville could start, and it could carry on and grow and be
Years.
something that we could actually, people would, know us for our cigar box guitar events. I asked him about what the price would be to kind of make this all happen and come together. And he said about 25,000 would get it going. It would be able to pay the different ones to come and sing and play and have several different concerts. We could do it at the school. He looked at the calendar, and June the 10th weekend, I think that's right, is the weekend that is available. And if we want to do that, I told him I would let him know.
I guess for me, I'm very interested in it, but something that's that large, wouldn't we need some kind of official proposal for this much money? This is what you're going to get.
Yeah, I'm betting we would need some sort of scope of work or
Yeah.
scope of
Okay.
What's going
to happen.
Yeah.
The way he talked is that would definitely get it all going, and that would get different, like Hot Rod Walt. He had said he plays the rockabilly type music, and then there's Travis Boland. He plays more of like the bluegrass type. Brett Gardner, and each one of them has their own price that they charged, to come and do a concert.
So would that be done? So we would pay each person individually, or is that all done through Mr. Taylor? Does he? Do we?
That's to each individual one. Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of a promoter, but not really. But I think just a formal offer, proposal, whatever words you want to use, so that we know what we're getting for what we're spending. But I mean, the budget doesn't bother me.
They may have something like that, or if they do this sort of thing.
Yeah, it should be. When you get to a certain point in money, it's good to have things down.
Because it's a one day event, a weekend.
No, it's a 2-day.
2 days, so
Mhm.
and they
It
cut
starts out on a Friday
Friday.
evening.
Perfect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they would do is say at Topeka Lodge, wherever they were going to do it in Fontana, pick a place in Stokoa, and maybe somewhere here in Robbinsville.
I think that if we were,
Different people would play for like an hour or whatever.
well, it seems like we should tie it into Friday night music.
I was about to say, music on
Yeah.
the square too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if the town was funding it, then we should concentrate on having things in town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the big
And then
the
building
big
it,
thing.
and the major show, your headliners, a couple of headliners would be Saturday at the high school.
I think we ought to ask for a proposal, and we ought to invite the county tourism board to participate.
Yeah, and I think that because that helps them just make it a larger scope.
Okay.
It'll be a lot to.
I think it'd be fun. I think it could be fun.
It sounds like this has kind of its own following already, so
It does.
so they each one probably has their online presence where they I'd want to see if they would promote it. I'm sure they would on their website.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there
It'd be
again,
a kind of an organic,
there again, you
following.
Google
Yeah.
cigar box guitar, and it's got a lot of people
Yeah.
on it.
Oh
It's-
yeah. There's lots of stuff there.
It's
And it's like Brady said, each one of these guys that play it have their own followers that love to kind of go where they're at. And I will call Rusty or email Rusty. So do we need to wait until we get that scope of work or that proposal from him? Or if he says that we just kind of need to find out how much each one of these are playing or charging to play?
See, he's introducing us to that. I don't think we want to get in a position trying to hunt people with cigar box guitars. So I'm kind of looking to him, since he's introducing us, to help put it together.
right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he's already reached out to several of them, and they were excited about, maybe wanting to come and stuff. They just kind of, that June the 10th date is basically about the only one left, to where that
Well,
if we are going to get any of them or let him kind of schedule some of them,
yeah,
then
I think the date's great.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. And like you say, it could be something big for Robbinsville every year.
Okay. Well, I will reach back out to him, tell him to kind of go ahead and let them know. So you guys are good with doing it and just June the 10th, and then if he can kind of give us like a proposal or whatever, or if each one of these singers needs to give us
Somebody's
some
going to
kind
have
of
to organize the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because for that much money, we just need, it needs almost like an itinerary.
Yeah.
So X number of people are going to play for, what events it's going to entail.
And hopefully he's the man who can do it. Even if we have to pay him
Yeah.
something
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with
to
that.
do it for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just wrong with that.
It's just his arena. He knows much more
Because he
about
knows what itinerary
Yeah.
should be.
Right.
Yeah, man, if we
We
was going
tell
to
him we got 4 places we want somebody to sing Friday night. That type of thing.
Yeah.
And then the venue Saturday, and he needs to tell us this person's going to set up to show people how they're made and this, that, and craft and sell them. And
yeah, and then,
this show's going to be this, and this.
we could sit here and say we want to have a rodeo, and then I just look at Brady and say, you don't know where we can get a horse, do you? I mean, you need
Right.
somebody that kind of works in
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and that's what he said, that, he would work with us on all that, and he actually also mentioned that it costs, a cigar box kit is like $39.95.
Yeah.
And he thought that it would be good if we do set that date, some of the vendors would automatically want to schedule to
Sure.
come and sell their cigar box guitar, because they all have this different sound. And they actually will take time and teach you how to play it and actually give you lessons and all that good stuff.
They ain't got time to teach me how to play.
No, me neither.
No, I
So-
don't know if they'll ever be the one to live long enough.
Uh-huh. And there's one thing on here that I did not put down, but we have got to, it's our Christmas extravaganza and the parade. That was on that other purple, I forgot it. December the 10th,
I'll be gone.
you'll be gone.
Probably.
Okay. 9:30 to 2:30 is the Christmas extravaganza. I have over 20 different vendors for that 9:30 to 2:30 Christmas extravaganza
At the school.
at the school. I have a guy that does woodwork. He carves out the tall wooden snowmen, bear,
Wow.
deer, anything like that you can think of. He's going to be
He'll
here.
have them to sell, and he'll be doing it while he's sitting there, I bet.
Yeah. And I've got a guy coming from Tennessee that does waxed hands. And it's a unique gift that kids can give to their parents and stuff. That's one of the things that I hope will bring out a lot of people. And I've got a lot of vendors that are going to be doing artwork. And then I've got some people that are going to be doing their jellies and their homemade crafts and stuff. It should be a big day. Santa Claus will be there. The cookie crawl will be passing through. And I'm hoping that it'll help our small businesses and it'll attract our community out to them. And maybe with this virtual storefront next year, it would be even bigger. I want to bring out the people from the other counties too. And our parade has, I think at this time, 10 floats. So I was tickled with that. And I'm sure there's going to be other ones that haven't signed up yet. Let's hope that it don't rain and we'll just roll with that like it is. And that's about it.
I'll be available all day
Okay.
to help you,
Okay.
whatever.
There'll be some people that are coming to be a vendor that has not signed up, so we'll just have them to sign up like that too. Let's get out and support our community. Let's come out and keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, because I think we're doing good with our little community. December meeting, let's plan on setting up our 2023 calendar, if you guys are good with that.
And then date of December meeting.
Yeah.
It's the week after Christmas.
I know.
Do we want to do before?
Could we move that? Because I will be gone then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And you
fine
will
with
too?
whatever.
Maybe the week before Christmas. You know, I think Christmas is on Sunday, Tuesday before Christmas.
It'd be fine. with
What's
me.
the
That's
date
fine
so
with
that I
me.
can make sure I put that?
That is the 20th.
Sounds like
Same time.
Sounds like a good day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. So our next meeting will be December the 20th at 5 o'clock. And what time is it right now?
Oh, me on mine.
5:40.
41.
Do we have anything to go into closed session for?
Motion to adjourn.
Yep.
So moved for second.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you
Very
very
good,
much.
unanimous.
I'm looking forward.